Farming Simulator, and something a bit different for me. I am on PlayStation 4. Yep, no fun mods. So this is going to be a little bit of an experiment to see what it's like going from PC as a player who likes using lots of scripts to console. I don't think it's going to be a particularly serious let's play. Probably going to struggle a lot. So if you enjoy watching someone struggle play Farm Sim, maybe stick around. I'm going to do this slightly differently to how I would normally do videos. We're going to start with the whole experience of setting up the save and downloading mods and stuff so that you can experience me experiencing that, and then we'll get into some gameplay. So I guess we start off by going into downloadable content. So normally when I download mods, I download them from the website. I do not like using the interface. So this could be interesting. I have a map in mind. So we're going to try searching for that. So I asked the patrons for map suggestions, and this is kind of related to one of them. One of the suggestions was Campaign of France. I have always wanted to play on Valley of the Old Farm, so that's what we're going to play. The idea is that it's a map that's not a UK map like I always play, but is not massively dissimilar to things that I normally play. So that's probably going to take a while. But I also want to add in some vehicles and stuff. So we're going to have a bit of a look around. I really like this tractor. So I think I'm going to add that. We may not use it straight away, but we'll see. I'm kind of looking for some options that are going to be pretty cheap, to be honest. I really like that one as well. I don't know if that's particularly cheap, but it's one that I would like to use at some point. Yeah, just going to kind of browse and see what we can add in. So I don't really have any particular goals in mind for this other than experiencing playing on console. So that's the new Fiat, isn't it? I do want to install that. It's a really nice looking tractor. Wish it had a front loader. Really wish it had a front loader, but hey. Basically, I want a bunch of cheap-ish stuff initially because I think I'm going to start on New Farmer. No, Farm Manager. So, but I will be putting it on easy difficulty to make it so that I can progress. And I might, with setting up, quite often set up for doing a let's play involves adding a few things like some money, which I might or might not do. They've really not done a lot of research on options, but I do want to find kind of a cheap combine. Not cheap. So I'm probably not going to make you watch me do all of the mod downloading and selecting. So, because that otherwise would be the entire video. Oh, the New Holland might be a good option. No. There's another old New Holland Dominator pack. That could be an option. There's another old New Holland combine, isn't there? It's the one that I had on, there we go, on Calmston. So, just trying to think about things that I would normally use. Probably go for a front loader tractor rather than a telehandler at this point. Some trailers. Ooh. I don't know what section it'll be under, but Rainer recently released some trailers. I assume they were for all platforms. Oh, what's the name of the brand actually? I think it's Encore or Ola's trailer. That's a really good budget option. No. Okay. Yes. Oh, they are going to be Lizard, aren't they? Yeah, because console. That's a really nice option for some cheap trailers. I'm kind of thinking that I know I've used this on another series, but no, we're going to use a proper plow. We're going to use a proper plow. Balers, we're going to need a cheap baler. 80 grand, that's not a cheap baler. I know the Heston balers aren't cheap. I think we're going to end up with the baler that I use lots, but it's okay. I'm not going to use listable bales or anything like that. Bale loaders. Ooh, auto load. I'm going to install that. Let's have a look at the interface. Is so alien. So let's install all of those. That's cool. Might be that we add more stuff as we go. I'm going to download some more and I'll be back. Okay, so I have installed some more mods. So I found Rainer's Bale trailer pack. It is on all platforms. I've added in the small Massey pack because I think they have a loader option. I'm really thinking about loader tractors. I've added the New Holland utility tractors for the same reason and the Fabric. We'll see which one we end up getting. I think the Lizard can as well. Everything else, I think I'm just going to add as I go through as we need it, because probably we're going to be starting with some harvesting. So let's get stuck in, shall we? So I think I'm going to go new farmer. I'm going to tailor the options so that they'll be set to fairly easy so that we can make some progress through this, what's probably going to be a fairly short series. And yes, we will. Thank you. Yeah, it's probably going to be a fairly short series. We'll see how we go. At the moment, Farming Simulator 22 is on the PlayStation Pass or PlayStation Plus Pass or whatever it is, which is how I'm playing it. And the fact that my daughter's gone off to uni and left me her PlayStation 4, so we'll see how things go. It's it's going to be interesting. Well, that took a very long time to load in. One of the joys of the way that I'm doing this is you won't have had to watch that because I am recording these on my PC and I will be editing them on there. So let's make something that's vaguely me-like. I wear glasses, so there we go. Right, I have done about a minute in game because I had to do some test recording, so I know very little about how everything works. So stand by for frustration and confusion, maybe. I think it was options. Yep, there we go. So we do need to. This is a thing. Okay. Where even am I on the map? That is a very good question. Well asked me. We're down here. So we need to buy some land first. So farmland. Select. There we go. So the farm is 500,000. So we'll buy that. Back. No, that wasn't what I wanted. So we need to buy some fields. Do I okay that? So we want some grassland really. So maybe we try and buy 52. 52 has sunflowers and 62. No, maybe we try 61 because that's got wheat in it. So maybe we try and buy those three. So that's 50, 80, that's 170. That's probably okay. That leaves us £700,000. But we have our farm. So we can walk up to the gate, I assume, and open it. Yep. Oh. And we've got some pallet storage. That's cool. More pallet storage. Fuel tank. Fuel tank. Cool. So we've got a repair point over here. Got a silo. Awesome. So I think I've seen people play this map, but not massively. So got some signage clamps by the looks of it. How do we run? Yeah, got signage clamps there. Got a cow shed. I think we've got sheep as well. So go back into the map. We have oats and wheat to harvest. And we'll have a grass field. So I think probably we'll... that's a good question. How do I open the store? Assume we can get the controls up. No. Okay. Where is the store? There. Vehicle shop. Visit. Okay. There we go. Right. So we're going to need a combine. Tempted actually to just lease the combine. How much is leasing it going to cost us? £2,000. Yeah, I think we're going to lease the combine. And we want combinations. Lease. Yes. Yes. Back. Details. Lease. Yes. Because we're not, we've only got 2 small-ish fields to harvest, so we don't need to own the combine particularly. We can just lease it. I think that makes sense. I have no idea how to just jump straight into the vehicle, so we're going to walk up to it, old school style. And we are going to enter the vehicle. That like a pro. like a pro. Attach. But it's on noob controls. Probably good. Because I is a noob. Attach. There we go. Magical combine header turning. It does. Right, I'm going to get this back to the farm, and actually let's buy the tractor. So apparently, if I press down, no, maybe if I'm not in the vehicle. Okay. Can I leave run is right to. I've opened up an article which has controls on the PC next to me, so I can at least be a little bit more aware of what I'm doing. So we want a tractor and trailer for carting. I think probably a small tractor, maybe a medium. Actually, I should check the sales. Are there only 4 things in the sales because we don't have the sales mod? On something pretty cheap actually, but that's going to do the job. Let's look in medium tractors. Actually, yeah, let's go for the Fiat. So we're going to go for the 180 Trelleborgs. I've got a wide option. No, we'll just go for standards then. Actually, I think. Ooh. Oh no, yeah. We'll get a front hydraulic. There is a bug in it there. We will buy that for £46,000. And we need a trailer. To cart the grain, and we'll get a field harvested at least. And we are going to, yeah, 18,000 litres. That'll be a decent amount. So we'll buy that as well, because then we can reconfigure it. I think it can be a bale trailer as well. And I found the button to cycle between vehicles. Yay. I should take my earphone out. It does sound nice. You are right, Kartek. There we go. I'm having to think so much more. So, right, 2, no, right, 1, right, 3. So we're at the top there. We've got to go all the way down the bottom. So basically down the main road out of the shop. Right. Let's see if we can manage to drive this. I'm going to time lapse this bit.
Close the door behind me, look in the mirror, hearing you whisper in my ear, say are you a sinner or a beginner? Yeah, let's get unpredictable tonight. You and me and vodka Cola Light. And I'm putting myself in situations, standing on my own. They say that you love a confrontation, and that
So we've made it to the farm. Only one crash. Kind of a record for me. I think you will agree. I was pretty pleased with that. I'm going to realize that I need to do some settings stuff. So we'll just jump in and do that. I'll have edited out the saving bit. So first thing, autosave, I'm going to leave on, I think. I'm going to put timescale down to times 1 for now. Economic difficulty, I want on easy. Traffic, we're going to leave on. Seasons on. I'm going to go for 2-day months. And we might end up skipping some time. So I usually play 3-day months with when I do things on PC, but we're going to go 2-day months on here for now. Crop destruction on, periodic plowing on, field stone off. No one likes field stones. Everything else on. Automatic engine start off. Stop go braking off. Trailer fuel limit off. Fuel usage normal. Off, 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 off. Okay. And then probably next one. So I'm going to have all the markers on. Money is euros, kilometers. That makes sense. That makes sense. Radio off. Camera suspension. I guess we'll leave that off. Finally off. Camera sensitivity. Steering, change direction. We are going to go for manual. Automatic gear shifting. So I'm basically trying to set it up. I don't think there's a train, but okay, I think that's all okay. That does add a complexity in that I now need to know how to change direction. So that'll be fun. Oh, not that button. And start the engine. So more fun is about to ensue. I think we're going to park the header here. We can get it through that gap pretty easily. Famous last words. So let's detach. And spin the combine around. And I'm not sure. I might just harvest this one little field first. Just find my feet. And then we'll get into some more serious stuff. How do I reverse? How do I reverse? Let's have a look on here. That just says right to brake. How do we change direction? That tried to hire a worker. My mouse doesn't do anything. So next tool. That's brake. Camera. That's, I'm not sure what it is. Square gets me out. X attaches and detaches. If you know how to do that, please comment below. We'll go back to more simple controls for now, just so we can make some progress. So, do we know how to harvest field? I feel like I've forgotten everything I know about farm sim. So, straw sloth is enabled. We are going to select the header. We are going to lower the header and turn on the harvester. Let's see if we can harvest some boots. And I'm a farmer. You know what I'm doing, honest. But there is the possibility that the colour looks a bit weird. and that's the capture card that I'm using, which was, I think, like 10 or 15 pounds. Depends what I get done in editing as to whether it's still looking a little bit ropey or not. So kind of bear with me on that. So what are my plans for this series? I want to experience the things that I do in Farm Sim on PC, on console. So I haven't got precision farming running on here. I don't know if I'm going to add that or not. Might be something that I add later on. I want to get animals, so we're going to do some cows. We might do some sheep. I think we have enclosures for both. So that'll be interesting, you know, being someone who's mega into Maize Plus and not having anything like that. I don't think, well, I know I haven't done anything base game animals since Maize Plus came out over a year ago, almost a year ago, if it's not over a year ago. So that's going to be interesting. And yeah, we're just going to play the game and see how things go. I'm not going to limit myself to doing or not doing anything. So, you know, we can take loans out if we need to. I'll do contracts probably. I'm just going to see how it goes. And hopefully you guys will enjoy watching me kind of struggle to do things. I've got having to press separate buttons to do things like lift the header, so it's like 2 button presses to access the header control is very counterintuitive compared to playing on PC. You know, I have only ever played Farm Sim on PC. I haven't gamed on console in probably 10 years. I used to be a console gamer. I've had PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and used to never have a gaming PC. So I used to do all of my gaming on console, and then stopped completely and switched over to gaming on a laptop as you know, life changed. In fact, I still have got my Nintendo Wii, my PlayStation Portable somewhere. I had an NES a long time ago. So, you know, have been a console gamer in the past, but do enjoy now teasing my friends that are former console gamers as well. So, and I do play up to some of the stereotypes, you know, the guys on, is it on all platforms? Is it on console? Why isn't it on console? All that kind of stuff. It kind of bugs me because there's a whole load of reasons, and most of them are pretty well known. So, yeah, so I think this is going to be an experience. It will probably get easier for me as I play more and get comfortable with the controls and stuff. So that's going to be a thing. Did I actually lower the header? I almost did. I've hired a worker. Well done me. Well, that was a thing as well. I now need to turn the combine back on. Turn on. Just lowered the header for me automatically. Well done, PlayStation. Yeah, I feel so out, considering that I've probably played thousands of hours of Farm Sim. I feel completely out of my depth, and I'm combining a field in essentially, you know, what's almost base game kit. It's kind of crazy. We haven't even got into baling or anything like that yet, or trying to make silage. It's gonna be a ride. It's gonna be a ride. So why am I doing this? It's not to, you know, poke fun at console players and the limitations of playing on console. I'm playing on one of the oldest consoles you can play Farm Sim 22 on. I just want to experience what it's like, how different it is. And I think it'll be fun for a bunch of people who like watching me play Farm Sim, you know, seeing me push outside of my comfort zone. And it's, you know, a lot of the people that watch me play Farm Sim are PC gamers, and so they'll get to experience it as well. It's yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be a journey. So how am I going to fit these videos into my already pretty crammed video schedule? I don't know. I'm going to aim for at least one video a week. My rough plan is that I will record for about an hour when I do that. And probably, you know, there'll be a mix of how I edit the videos together. I really don't know yet, but that's kind of the rough plan. I'll play for about an hour. We'll achieve some stuff and see how we progress. I don't know how long the series is going to be. It may not be more than a month because I don't know whether I want to buy Farm Sim on PlayStation 4. Because I certainly won't, you know, it's not one that I'm naturally going to gravitate towards playing. One interesting thing that did occur to me is, and you know, my involvement with Saxthorpe Farms has kind of made me think about that, is that it will allow me to test mods once they release on console. So one of the things that kind of frustrates me is, you know, most of my mods are on console. Might be using some of them in this series at some point. And when when they release and someone tries them on console and they have problems, I can never test them. And now I can. So that is a thing. That is a thing that might mean that I do actually want to have the game on console, because I can experience my mods on console, and when people say there are issues, I can test without having to try and, you know, replicate it on PC, which is a cool thing. So yeah, there are definitely benefits. There are definitely benefits. But it feels very weird. I think it's just because it's not natural. Holding a PlayStation controller is a very ergonomic device. So holding a controller feels natural. As I said, I had so many years gaming on console that doesn't feel weird. It's just the not knowing the controls, I think. So I intentionally didn't do the whole tutorial. I played for about a minute so that I could do a test recording and check that everything worked, so that I would have a video to release. And I have got now the list of controls up next to me just to try and make life a little bit easier. It's clearly not an exhaustive list because it doesn't tell me how to engage reverse, which is fun. We just see I've got plenty of cash in the bank, which is nice, but we have a lot of stuff to buy. We have no field working kit. We have nothing for the animals that I want to get. I think there's going to be a lot of leasing on here. So things that we are only going to need for a day or two, I'll probably lease and return, so that we can maximize the value of our money. So one of the things I do want and need to make use of is the stuff that I've learnt about Farm Sim playing on PC. And I've learned for things like combines, you just want to lease them. Generally, if you want to maximize your, or minimize the money involved. So that is something that we're doing. Probably the same for things like plows or seeding equipment. you know, we'll just hire it for a day or two. And that might mean that we can buy more land sooner. And as we know, in Farm Sim, land is king. So definitely something that I'm aware of. I don't know if the grass field that we bought is really tiny. Might not be big enough to support any number of cows. We might have to wait until we've done a couple of cuts. So we might have to do a silage cut and a hay cut first. And then think about getting animals. And then we're going to have to wait for them to grow up so that we get milk from them. So I'll have to feed them through the winter or not while they grow up because we don't have death, because we don't have enhanced animal system. Question mark. So yeah, we might make use of some of the exploity things that I know. The other one that I might exploit is the beef trick. So patrons will have seen me use that for a little bit of an experiment. And that is basically that if you buy mature beef cattle and feed them for 10 hours, going from 0% health to 100% health can make you a bit of money. It's work is the thing. You've got to feed them. You've got to run backwards and forwards to the shop. So we'll need an animal trailer. But that's an option for making cash. Yeah, and we'll see how we go. We're on easy mode, so things are going to be easier, obviously, because we're on easy mode. So, but to be honest, this feels harder than my hard mode Let's Play at the moment. Yeah, compared to playing on hard mode on, you know, when I started on Maypole Farm on that hard mode series, this feels a lot harder mode. Got to be honest. And that's not because of game settings. It just feels more difficult. So other field must be down there. Not sure. I have to do a bit of exploring at some point. Not even filled the combine yet, which is interesting. I accidentally started a worker again. That's going to be a reoccurring feature, I think. And actually, let's do that. Well, we're destroying crop. I have crop destruction on. I'm going to get a worker, and we are. Oh, how the heck do we start the engine? Square. I was going to try and unload the combine, but I'm not sure we might still catch it in time. Yes, I know you have a nearly full grain tank. That's why you have a worker. That. Genius. I'm going to stop the engine in this, and we'll get back in the combine, and we'll just miss the worker. So, yeah. Nice old setup there. A bit of Fiat, bit of New Holland. I think we're going to be using mostly older stuff on here. So, store deliveries. Going to miss that so much. How do we fold the pipe in? There we go. Turn on harvester. I'm going to miss store deliveries so much. This actually makes me think back to playing FS19 when I first bought it and didn't know about mods. And, you know, driving to the store to get everything. I think that I might end up installing the Alien Gym buy points or some other buy points to put on the farm for getting things like fertilizer. That's a combination of fertilizer and seed. Fertilizer. Magical. Yeah, I think I might end up doing that. Just to save running backwards and forwards to the store all of the time. We'll just have to do a bigger collection run. We're going to need to get something to load big bags. We can afford another tractor. We'll probably get a front loader tractor. That's my preference generally for that kind of job, is a front loader tractor over something like a telehandler or a skid steer. I do like a telehandler. I'm not a big fan of wheel loaders, to be honest. I used one on my Attingham series. I used the big Volvo wheel loader out of the Platinum DLC. It was fun. So I don't have any DLCs on here because I'm not paying for those. So just base game farm sim plus mods, and that's what we've got to work with. First field harvested. Turn the harvester off. We will pipe out. Go tip this in the trailer. No simple inspector. Oh, so many little things. Okay, sorry, I was trying to get a thumbnail because, you know, that's the thing. Right, so we got 4,900 litres. That's not bad. We have a silo, so let's see if we can find our way to the silo and use it. The silo was in the main part of the yard, which I think is this way. Looks like we've got some sort of production there. There it is. There's the silo. We should have a look at that at some point. So, right one triangle. Of course it's right one triangle. Why wouldn't it be? That doesn't seem like a completely counterintuitive button combination. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day there. So thanks for watching, folks. I hope you have enjoyed this rather random start of a series where I battle PlayStation 4. If you really enjoyed the video, click the like button. Any comments, questions or suggestions or help, stick it below. If you're new to the channel and are curious about this, think about subscribing. And thank you to the YouTube channel members and the patrons. As I said, I did ask the patrons for some input on this series and they inspired this map choice, but didn't actually pick this one. So yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate you supporting me and I will see you next time.